A pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to Hannah Field. On another, boy, we have been blessed with some great football weather, and we're trying to go 5 straight nights of victories for football teams that I want to follow. And tonight, it's the Thunder football tonight. 5th and 6th graders here from Hannah Field. Paul McDonald with you here at Hannah Field. Brian Crewell joining us. And Brian, you follow the Thunder. There's a few different rules than in regular football.
Hey, Paul, it's great to be back on air. This is kind of fun, and thank you for covering a Thunder football game. Yes, talking about rules, there's not many. Basically, this is just real football. Pee-wee is no different than 7th, 8th, or even varsity football, except for the punting situation. So if you do see a 4th and long, and they don't want to go for it, which they typically do go for it, you'll see a kind of a different punting situation where they move the field 30 to 40 yards and in one direction.
Well, they got Jamestown here in town tonight. Of course, last night the junior varsity improved to 5-0 on the year with a 26-12 win over the Jamestown junior varsity team. Now we're going to see if we can't sweep. It's Jamestown's homecoming, so let's start their homecoming on a sour note. The JV losing last night, and then tonight the 5th and 6th graders.
Right on.
And of course, the Thunder will have 2 games here 6 o'clock, and then we'll have the second game as about 7 o'clock to start time. And this is where it starts. And you look at kids. Hey, Riley Gerhardt, who is the Defensive Player of the Week in the North Star Athletic Association, I think he started playing football on this field as a 5th and 6th grader.
I think a lot of them do. You know, the seniors, when they're graduating out, they'll wear their Highliner jersey, go to a Thunder game, actually go into the classrooms and kind of pitch it. And the greatest thing about this Thunder program is that these same coaches, these are the original coaches, these are the OGs. They started this program 20-some years ago, and they're still hanging on. You got Gustafson out there, you got Brown out there, Lentz is the director, and he's been the director forever. And Paul Lear's down there. I mean, these guys have put in thousands and thousands of hours into this program.
Jamestown's black in their black uniform. That's Jamestown black. And, of course, the Thunder. And they got the coolest helmets. The blue helmet with the Thunder T, kind of similar to the Titans T with Thunder across the front. And they come up to the line of scrimmage 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line as we are getting things started. First quarter, it's the Thunder and Jamestown youth football here. And quarterback is Hudson Crewald. And the handoff, and not much there, right back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Somebody just came bursting through the line there. Somebody either missed a block or that kid was offsides.
Well, we've got Jared Lentz as our official, along with Buff Murray, 2 golfers that are officiating football. They must know a little bit about the game. And they call real penalties. I mean, penalties you will see on a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon. They call them like they normally would.
They do.
Crewell brings him up to the line of scrimmage, facing a 2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Thunder. Crewell, and he is hit, but he got the handoff on across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. He was hit as he handed it off. Chase Conglin on the carry and got out to the 38-yard line, pick up 3 yards.
Jamestown's doing a great job of just blowing through that line. I don't know if they're sending a blitz in or what.
We'll get some of those players from the Jamestown team that are out there and are on that front 4. 3rd down play coming up here for the Thunder from the 38-yard line. Back split behind Crewald. On a 3rd down play, 3rd and 7. Hand off to Conglin at the 40. And Chase gets across the 40 out to the 43. Going to be a little bit short of the 1st down. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. There on the tackle was Balding for Jamestown. We just have last names, so if you're a Jamestown fan watching, we just got to the last name, but we do got a roster. Appreciate that. Coach Schmidt, Coach Plague, and the Jamestown coaches getting us rosters for tonight.
One thing you notice, and obviously there's no play clock, but in the beginning of the year, kids are coming to the line a lot slower. The plays, they just don't quite get the plays, but by now this is their 5th or 6th game under their belts, and they are coming to the line fast.
From the 43-yard line, it is a 4th down and about 2. Crewald gives off. Conglin gets away from one tackler, being drugged by Maulding. He's going to get close to the 1st down. Oh, boy, he's going to be maybe just short. Mauldin had him by the fistful of jersey and waited for some help, but I think it is short and go over to Jamestown on downs. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Jamestown. They will have it at the Thunder 44-yard line. Running clock.
Yes. Running 10-minute quarters.
7.5 to go here in the first quarter. No score. from the 44-yard line. I think White 1-0 at home. I think they opened up the season with a 22-20 win over Milder North Sargent.
Yes, they did. It was a good win. One's fifth grader we don't have on the field today is Michaela Belston, and I'll just give that kid props. If he's listening right now, that kid is an animal at linebacker. He's all over the place. I don't know what his weight is, but it can't be 80 pounds, and he plays like he's a 150-pound kid.
Well, you look at these two rosters, Brian, there's a lot of numbers, a lot of kids out here for Thunder football this year.
There is. They have solid teams. I think each team has 25 students.
So the line of scrimmage just inside the Thunder 44-yard line. Jamestown has a first down and 10. And they will bring them up to the line of scrimmage. Receivers wide, both sides of the field. I formation. Under center. Maulding. He's going to keep it. Searles go around to the 45, to the near side 40, at the 45, 30, and then brought out of bounds. Nice tackle here on the near side for the Highliners. I think that's Colton Gerlach, or that it is
one of those.
Number 30. There's no number 34 on our roster.
I think it's Ty Cordy.
Is it Ty Cordy, 35? Okay, thank you. Ty Cordy.
34, though. Better change that number.
I'll turn. Yeah, he's wearing 34 out there today.
I don't think he's wore 35 all year.
I think they're all even numbers anyway.
Correct.
So that's a pickup to the 24-yard line. 20-yard carry for Maulding. That'll bring up first down and 10 for Jamestown. At the Thunder 24. Beautiful night, about 88 degrees here. Is this summer or fall? I'm not quite sure. Maulding will now be in the shotgun formation. And Hines next to him. On the first down and 10 from the 24. Slaps the hands, looking to throw. The lefty throws here near side, complete to Edwards, and then dropped it, incomplete. Edwards, the wide receiver here to the near side on the bubble screen. It'll bring up second down.
Jamestown Pee Wee football actually mixing it up with a out throw. That's pretty impressive in the first possession or the first drive of the game to actually throw the ball in this football.
Well, now this is maybe listening to the coaches talk. They didn't know they would use the whole field. The 53.5-yard cross, 110 yards deep. And one of the coaches says, we can open up the playbook.
The Jamestown coach said that?
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's do something they probably wouldn't do if they had a narrower field.
Correct.
Maulding will bring them up to the line of scrimmage from the 24. It is second down and 10. I formation, receivers wide, both sides of the field here for Jamestown. Handoff, fumble, and he got it back. Hines fell on it, fumbled it. Little misexchange there. That's one of the toughest things, quarterback to running back exchange. And at this level, you're learning how to tuck that in the belly.
Even the center to quarterback exchange is a lot harder than, it looks from up here.
That'll be a loss. So it looks like 3 yards back to the 28. Brings up third down. They need to get to the 15-yard line for first down.
Looks like Jamestown's only got, 5 subs on the other side of the field?
Yeah. 4, 8, 12, 15 kids on both rosters. And the line of scrimmage again is the 28-yard line. Third down play coming up here for Jamestown. Edwards goes out wide to the far side of the field. Fix here to the near side. Again, that I formation with Martinson, the fullback. Hines dots the I. Maulding rolling out. He's going to run with it. He's at the 30, far side, 25, 20, at the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and then brought down out of bounds on the far side. A nice carry, and that'll be enough for a first and goal coming up here for Jamestown. And I think that was Cordy again on the touchdown saving tackle. So Maulding, the quarterback keep. Takes it inside the 5. We'll call it about the 4-yard line. A gain of 4 yards and a first down. Approaching 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. First possession for Jamestown. No score. Highliners turn to the Thunder. Turn the ball over on downs. I'll probably say Highliners at least once.
Sure. They're future Highliners.
They are future Highliners.
They're all Highliners.
From the 4-yard line, first down and goal to go here for Jamestown. Maulding again with that I formation behind him. Receivers wide on both sides. Quarterback under center. Gives to his fullback. Gets out of a tackle and behind the line of scrimmage and spins his way into the end zone for a touchdown. The old eyes can see it too, but that's about all I can see. They don't have numbers on the front of their jerseys, so I need them to turn around to see who carried that. I apologize. I was trying to get the carry, but he scored on a 4-yard touchdown run and stopped the clock on scores. And there they do. 2 minutes to go. Yeah, it was Trout on the carry, number 21. He is the fullback in the I formation. Hines behind him on the 2-point conversion attempt here for Jamestown. Maulding will get under center. Turns, gives to Hines. Hines bounces it, trying to get to the outside. Turn the corner, does, cuts it back inside, and he is in for the conversion. So with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, it scores Jamestown 8, Valley City nothing. Back with the Valley City possession. You are watching Thunder Football on the Highline Activity Network. So after the Thunder turned the ball over on downs, Jamestown marched it downfield. Trout with a 4-yard touchdown run. And now the Thunder have it 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Crewalt fumbled the snap, and it's going to be recovered by the Thunder at the line of scrimmage. There's that exchange you were talking about, and Jacob Fritchie was there to recover. I don't think Hudson really knew where it was. He knew it wasn't in his hands. I
think it was the quarterback, running back exchange.
So the fumble is recovered. No loss, no gain. 2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Thunder. Cordy and Coughlin are in the backfield. Wide receiver split wide to the far side is Fisher. Pitch to Coughlin. He's following Cordy on the block. And Chase hit and dropped for a loss of 5. And coming up, that was Hines with a nice defensive play there for Jamestown. That'll be a loss of 4 back to the 31-yard line. Boy, it's tough to bring Chase down, and he came up and had a nice, good tackle.
Yeah, a big Jamestown defender plucked him pretty good there.
Loss of 4 brings up 3rd down and 14 for the Thunder at their own 31-yard line. 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 8-0 advantage to Jamestown.
This Thunder White team is stout in the backfield with Cordy and Coughlin. They could both break one really fast.
From the 31, 3rd down play. Crewalt rolling out. He wants to throw. Looking. Throws it near side, and it's incomplete. Fix almost came up with the interception there for Jamestown, and it'll bring up 4th down. Little rollout, run pass option.
This is one of those punt situations where they're just going to move the ball down the field now.
So they will say, no, we'll just punt it because it would have been 4th down and 14. And looks like they will walk it off to the 49-yard line. That's where Jamestown will have a 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. So they basically go 20 yards.
Okay.
Because I just did some quick math in my head. I saw smoke come out of my ears.
I've never paid attention.
So they walked off 20 yards. That'd be a good punt.
They do have an option to actually punt it. And every now and then you'll see a decent punter get a hold of one and punt it further than the 20 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Jamestown. Ball at their own 49-yard line as we start the second quarter. Your score, it is Jamestown 8, Valley City nothing. We're back with the second quarter. This is Thunder Football on the Highline Activity Network. As we start the second quarter, Jamestown has a first down and 10 from their own 49-yard line, leading 8-0. Maulding under center for Jamestown Black. Turns, looking, the lefty wants to throw. Cox fires over the middle. He's got his man complete at the 40-yard line. Sorensen on the completion. A nice pitch and catch and gas there on the tackle for Valley City. That is a gain of 11 yards and a Jamestown first down. I think they try to run a lot similar in a scaled-down version of what the high school does. I know the JV game for Jamestown, they threw the ball quite a bit yesterday. And I think that probably trickles down to the younger kids.
Sure, if they know the playbook by the time they get to junior high.
Makes things easier for Coach Nelson. From the 40-yard line, I formation, two receivers here to the near side. But now we know in about 5 years there's a lefty quarterback coming up for Jamestown.
Right.
Maulding pitches, wide side, Hines, flag on the play. That's going to stop the play. That's going to be against Valley City, I believe. Oh, no, it was Jamestown. Well, this ball start against Jamestown Black, so back him up 5. It'll be second down coming up here. First and 15 from the 45. Couple of games here tonight with the Thunder Black and Jamestown Green, our second game.
Jamestown coach brings out the whole playbook back there.
Yep.
He's going through it. He's going, okay, what's our first and 15 play?
Let's go back to the back page.
It's got to be an end around.
It's got to be. Let's try the flea flicker. Here, you're the bottle cap. You go down to the like you did in Sandlot Sandlot football. From the 45, first and 15. Again, that I formation behind Maulding. Receivers wide both sides of the field. Thunder in a 5-2 defense. And Maulding turns, hand off to Hines. The running back here to the near side. Cuts the corner at the 40. Slips and falls as he was slipped and fell and covered up there by Gavin Welkett.
Gavin was looking like he was going to tee off on that kid. He didn't slip.
And I think Hines was like, I got to slam on the brakes or I'm going to get lit up here. And of course, a lot of these kids they're wearing kind of rubber cleats or tennis shoes, so they're probably wearing shoes that might be a little slipperier than the regular football cleats.
Yes, and their momentum never really carries them for a vicious hit.
No. The gain goes down to the 38-yard line, so a gain of 7 brings up second down. And I'll call it second down and about 7 here for Jamestown. And running what we call kind of a pro style. Receivers wide both sides. I formation. Hines on the carry to the 35 and then brought down at the 34-yard line. That was Coughlin on the tackle. Down to the 44 or 34. And it'll bring up third down for Jamestown. And if you're watching, we want to welcome you to the Highliner Activity Network. Thanks for joining us here on this Tuesday night for Thunder football from the Highliner Hannah Field. I think it's our first Thunder game of the season.
It's our second here at Hannah Field. Yep.
So second one here at Hannah Field. And we appreciate you joining us here. If you know of folks that want to enjoy it, get the word out on how they can watch Highliner activities, not just athletics, but all activities here on the Highliner Activity Network. From the 34-yard line, Jamestown Black coming up. They're facing a third down. Third and about 4 yards to go. Maulding under center. Play action. Lefty rolling out looking. He wants to go deep. Far side. That's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Fix, his wide receiver on that far side. And it's an incompleted pass. Brings up fourth down.
Well, this is the most action our safeties and cornerbacks have gotten all year. They're probably wondering what is going on because that's the most passing plays we've defended all year already, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter.
Well, they did say they're going to open up the play a little bit. You got the wide field to work with here. 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 8-0 Jamestown. Second game to follow, again, roughly 7 o'clock. From the 34. Edwards wide to the far side of the field. Fix here to the near side. Martinson is the up man. Trout the tailback. He's got the touchdown. And Maulding under center. No play clock. That's another different rule. They don't have the play clock here. And Trout gets the handoff, tries to go up the middle. He is wrapped up and brought down. Dawson Steichen on the tackle there. Boy, he just came right in. Dawson got in there and wrapped him up. Pritchie also there on the tackle.
Yep. Good interior defense.
So it is a going over on downs. It's a loss of a yard to the 35-yard line. So the Thunder hold. It'll be first down and 10 for Valley City at their own 35-yard line. 4:30 to go here in this second quarter. 8-0 Jamestown.
That was a big tackle. That was a big momentum stopper.
It was.
It was a huge pass play, which surprised us. They had a big end around.
Korea will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. And Cordy and Conklin behind him. The Killer Seas. And Crewell gives up the middle. That's Cordy on the carry. Stacked up after a short pick of about 2-3 yards. That is Tarpinen on the tackle.
Jamestown group tackles really, really well. There's 2 or 3 guys tackling every possession. They're not just sitting watching, oh, that guy's got it.
Yeah. Gain of a couple yards out to the 37-yard line. Brings second down and 8. For the Thunder. Again, it's split backs. 2 tight ends. Hudson Crewell, the 6th grader at quarterback. He turns, looks, and handoff goes to Conklin. And Conklin again is wrapped up by Maulding. And Maulding, boy, just did not let him go. Very good tackling there by Maulding. And that's going to be lost back to the 34.
So is that their quarterback, too?
Yeah.
Dang.
They talk about fundamentally sound, and a couple of nice tackles there on Chase Coughlin. So it'll be third down coming up here. 3rd and 11 for the Thunder at their own 34-yard line with 2:54 remaining in the second quarter. 8-0 Jamestown. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Caleb Fisher will be slot to the far side. I can kind of see him. See the top of his helmet. Split back. Crewell under center. On a 3rd down play. Pitch. Oh, and that's a fumble. The pitch a little bit short for Conklin, and Chase is able to fall on it and recover it. It'll be 4th down and a whole bunch back to the 29-yard line. So they're going to walk off the 20 yards, and Jamestown offense will come back on the field. So it should be out to about the 48.
Well, they have 2 minutes and 3 timeouts to score. With a running clock, that is going to be hard.
Well, Aaron Rodgers had no timeouts in 37 seconds and got a field goal. Out to the 50-yard line. There you go. Jared Lentz moves it to the 49, which is where it belongs, 20 yards downfield. So it'll be first down here for Jamestown Black from the Thunder 49-yard line. 2 minutes exactly to go here in this second quarter. And they will have the Crewell marching band at halftime.
Right on.
Yeah, okay. You play the oboe? So they're right on top of the VC logo at the 50-yard line here for Jamestown. First down and 10. Maulding slowly walks him up to the line of scrimmage, looks over the defense, turns, says something to his coach, who says, they need an extra player out there. Oh, different football. A lot of times they will bring their own, and they will switch out footballs so they can play with their own football when they have it offensively. Now known as the Tom Brady rule. From the 50. Oh, I got Brady fans right now just yelling at the TV. From the 50, pitch here to the near side. Hines trying to cut the corner at the 50-yard line. He's at the 45. Nice cutback and down to the 40-yard line. Brought down there by Leighton Hendrickson. And also Cordy there as well for Valley City. But a nice pickup. It's going to be just shy of the first down. 9-yard pickup. He made a nice little cut back there.
He did. He had a nice juke. Left Gavin Welkin twisting and turning.
Second down and a yard, just shy of the Thunder 40-yard line. 1:20 remaining here in the second quarter. We'll let you know what's coming up on the Highliner Activity Network, coming up at the half. Kind of a slow week. A lot of teams on the road this week. Volleyball, I believe, coming up here Thursday. We'll let you know. From the 40-yard line, again, second down and less than a yard. Hey, we got a different quarterback in. That's still Maulding there at quarterback. Yeah, he's in the shotgun. He's got it. He's looking to throw. Swings it out on the far side to Hines, and Hines is corralled and brought down for no gain. Nice job there defensively. Ball came free, but again, Hendrickson there defensively for the Thunder, and it will go. I think they are going to say it was a fumble recovered by the Thunder. It is Thunder football, first down at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a break.
So Hendrickson came up with the football, must have been the one to jar it free. And, kind of interesting. They've been running the ball well, and so they tried a little swing pass on a third down and less than a yard, and Thunder smelled that one out. So it'll be first down for Valley City at their own 41-yard line. They have all their timeouts in 28 seconds. 8-0 your score. Jamestown with the lead. Trout, 4-yard run. Hines added the conversion with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. That is your only score thus far. After the Thunder offense trimmed the ball over on downs.
Well, the Highliners have to figure out, or the Thunder team really have to figure out a way to get Chase Coughlin, who's our home run hitter, an open field to run through.
I know in his very first carry of the year against Mildred R. Sargent, went 70 yards for the touchdown. From the 41-yard line, long conversation in the huddle. For the Thunder, White. Now they come out of the huddle. Again, the ball across the 40 to the 41-yard line. 28 seconds to go, second quarter. 8-0 Jamestown.
Chase is split out. Cordy's in the backfield. He's another home run hitter. They got something cooking here.
They got a play on the Krewalt under center. Gets a snap. Rolling out. He wants to throw. Throwing far side. It is going to be intercepted at the 45-yard line by Edwards to the 50. 45-40. Cuts back at the 35 and knocked out of bounds on that far side around the 30-yard line. And Cordy's the one that knocked him out of bounds. And he comes up a little hurt. I think he got his hand jammed a little bit. But an interception there by Edwards. And the turnover gives the ball over to Jamestown with 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. In line of scrimmage is at the 34-yard line. 34 for after that interception by Edwards. So time for one more, maybe two.
Well, let's hope Ty Cordy's okay because he plays both ways. Linebacker, backfield.
I think he's looking at the hand, maybe. Now he's holding his rib a little bit.
See, not only then are we having 5th and 6th grade football streamed in high definition, color commentated by a pro. We got the lights coming on now, so they're playing under basically Friday Night Lights.
It's going to be perfect. Line of scrimmage at the 34 now that it gets darker here on the first week of fall, calendar-wise anyway. Maulding in the shotgun, has a first down and 10 for Jamestown. Short snap, comes up with it under pressure, gets away from one. He's going to start to run. Near side 35-30. Maulding to the 25-20, 15, 10, 5, stays in bounds, touchdown. Coughlin tried to knock him out of bounds, or did they say he went out of bounds?
No, touchdown.
It is a touchdown. I was watching that trail official, Jared Lenz, and he did score. 34 yards on the score by Maulding.
I think we had all but 3 of our players in their backfield. So
Yeah,
once he got through,
it was a jailbreak on that snap.
once we got through, he was free. I was just about ready to say, hey, we had nothing to lose throwing it, risking that Chase Coughlin bomb, until that happened.
And Jamestown had the coverage too on. They had a couple of guys around Chase. So with 2 seconds to go in the second quarter, Jamestown leading 14-0. This is Jamestown Valley City week, if you will. JV last night, Thunder tonight, and of course the two varsity teams play Friday night at Ernie Gates Field. It'll be the Blue Jays homecoming game. One last hurrah at Ernie Gates Field for Jamestown. They have been playing games at the newly refurbished Raleigh-Greeno Field, Carlson Stadium, on the campus of the University of Jamestown. A joint effort between Jamestown and the college. That's one thing I like about here. We've got our own beautiful facility right here at Hannah Field. Locken Stadium is outstanding, Shelley Lake Field, but it's nice to have your own home. Maulding will bring them up to the line of scrimmage, going for two. 14-0 with 2 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Up man is Trout. Hines is the tailback on the conversion. Maulding under center. Rolling out. Rolling, looking, throwing, incomplete. That's a tough play for any quarterback. I don't care what level. Rolling to his right, and he's a left-hander.
Yep, and throwing with his left. It actually confused me. I thought he switched hands and was throwing with his offhand.
So the pass failed. We come back up the field with 2 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 14-0. Advantage to Jamestown. So again, the Highliners will have it at the 35-yard line.
Or they just ran out the clock and called it.
Yep, I think that's what they did. They just ran out the clock because they have 5 minutes up. So we are at halftime. And your score, it is Jamestown 14 and the Valley City Thunder nothing. We're back with our halftime show. This is Thunder Football on the Highliner Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you here at Hannah Field. We are getting ready for the start of the second half. The two scores in that first half for Jamestown: Trout, a 4-yard touchdown run. Hines added the 2-point conversion. That came with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. It was 8-0 Jamestown. And then Maulding on a 34-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion pass failed. And with 2 seconds to go in the second quarter, Jamestown led by a score of 14-0. We are getting ready to start things here in the third quarter. I want to thank Brian Krewald for joining us here for the first half and being a part of our broadcast here tonight. Again, coming up on the Highliner Activity Network Thursday, we're going to be back into the Highliner Activity Center. We've got volleyball coming up here on Thursday. C-Squad and junior varsity. C-Squad 9th grade at 4:30. Junior varsity at 5:45 and the varsity at 7. So Jamestown will have the ball first to start things here in this third quarter. Again, 10-minute quarters, running clock. Maulding has been at quarterback the whole way so far for Jamestown. Jamestown black, wearing the black jerseys. The Thunder in their white tops and the blue pant. We'll have Jamestown green and Thunder black coming up next here on the Highliner Activity Network. And both these teams are a mixture of 5th and 6th grade. It's not just the 5th grade team and just the 6th grade. There is a mixture for both of these schools. 15 kids on the roster for Jamestown. Valley City has about 25 on both teams. And for Jamestown, 15 on both teams. So here we go. They come up to the line of scrimmage from the 35-yard line. It is first down and 10 for Jamestown as they work from my right to left. I formation. Maulding fumble on the play. It is on the ground. I think Hines, who fumbled it, rolled on top of it and actually got a yard or two out of it. So Hines did recover his own fumble, picked up a half a yard. Brings up second down and 9 for Jamestown. The ball just across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So that was a fumble that came out right. I think someone did reach out and kind of strip the ball as he got to the line of scrimmage. Now they have the I formation with receivers wide both sides of the field. Maulding takes his time. Now he gets under center. Again, no play clock. Maulding turns, gives to his fullback, and on the carry out to close to the 40-yard line. I believe that was Martinson on the carry. So gain of 4 yards to the 40. Well, they go to the 41. So gain of 3 was Martinson on the carry. Gain of 3. So third down play coming up here. 3rd and 6 for Jamestown. And they are at their own 39-yard line. It's good to see Cordy, I think, back out there again. I think he is out there. I'll double check. I think I see him in that middle linebacker spot. From the 39-yard line. For Jamestown, 2 receivers right, I formation. Rolling out, Maulding looking, he's being chased. Maulding looking, now he'll run to the 45-40, 45-50, and still on his feet into Valley City territory. And Maulding doing a nice job, tippy-toe the sidelines on that far side. And we have another injured Thunder right at the 50-yard line, but Maulding with the carry. Takes it down to the 41 in Jamestown, in Valley City territory. 18-yard, a 20-yard run. Now that injured Thunder is up. And coming off on his own power, running off the field, as a matter of fact. Jackson Gast. Crewalt will go in and replace him. So 1st and 10 for Jamestown from the 41-yard line. 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 14-0 Jamestown. Jamestown, long time in that huddle. We've mentioned on several occasions, no play clock, so just take your time in the huddle. And they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the 41-yard line, receivers wide, both sides. I formation, Maulding under center. From the 41. Maulding play action. Lefty looking to throw. Stops. He's throwing deep over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Edwards. Went right through his hands. Incomplete. Edwards had a step on his man, too. That could have been a very big gainer. Trenton Geisler was there, and he was about a step behind Edwards. So an incompleted pass brings up 2nd down and 10 with 6:34 remaining. Clock on the move here in quarter number 3. It is 14-0 Jamestown. Again, with another game to go, still fans filing in here. Had a great crowd last night for the JV game. I can see having another good crowd here tonight. Not a cloud in the sky, bright and shine, though the shadow of the press box starting to now crept across the field. And by the time we get ready for that second game, this field will probably be all completely in shadow. And the lights have been on since the second quarter. From the 41-yard line, 2nd down and 10 for Jamestown. 2 receivers to the right, I formation. Maulding down the line, on the option keep, slips and falls. Went to make his move, slipped and fell. Trent Geisler was there, just in case. And it's a loss back to the 44-yard line, a loss of 3 yards. So it is 3rd and 13 for Jamestown. Clock ticking as we work our way towards the 5-minute mark. Again, a running clock here, 10-minute quarters. From the 44-yard line in Valley City territory. Jamestown breaks huddle. Elson Edwards to the far side, Fix here to the near side. And they have that I formation. Maulding under center. Now he back to pass. The lefty looking. He's throwing deep here to the near side. He's got big lead at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and brought down by Jace Coughlin at the 5-yard line. 39-yard pitch and catch. Nice throw. And Fix was able to get behind the defender, make the catch. And it was a foot race, and Conklin caught him from behind down to the 6-yard line. Officially a 38-yard completion. And it'll be first down and 10 for Jamestown. First and goal for Jamestown at the Valley City 6-yard line. A nice throw by the lefty Maulding. Now the Thunder, they were going to make a player substitution, decided against it. So Maulding under center. First and goal from the 6. With that I formation. Gives off to Hines. Hines up the middle. He is wrapped up, and he is going to be brought down for a loss. Jacob Ritchie was there. Also, Leighton Hendrickson there defensively for the Thunder. And the loss back to the 9-yard line brings up second down and goal from the 9. Head coach Schmidt and Plague, the head coaches for Jamestown Black. Mike Lentz, Brett Gustafson, Jeff Brown, and Kevin Egermont, the coaches for the Thunder White team. From the 9-yard line, second down and goal. Now they have the I formation. Martinson standing to the left of his quarterback, Maulding. And the low snap, picks it up. And he actually went down to one knee, but was off that knee when he picked it up. Or are they going to say he was down? Yeah, they are going to say he was down when he picked up the ball at the 12-yard line. That'll be a loss of 3 yards. Third and goal coming up here for Jamestown at the Valley City 12-yard line. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jamestown leading 14-0. 4-yard touchdown run by Trout, 34-yard touchdown run by Maulding. So they will come up to the line of scrimmage and face a third down and goal from the 12. Fix split out wide to the far side along with Edwards. Hines standing next to Maulding in the shotgun. Third and goal. Maulding, again, not a great snap. Ball is loose on the ground, and I think Maulding was able to cover it up. And he was covered up by Dawson Steichen. So it'll be a loss back to the 15-yard line. Brings up fourth and goal from the 15. So obviously 4-down territory here for Jamestown. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 15-yard line. Fourth down and goal coming up. Jamestown started this drive at the 35-yard line, and they have had it pretty much the whole quarter. Again, taking their time in the huddle. Coach Schmidt giving them their plays. Now he goes back behind the offense. From the 15-yard line, fourth and goal. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Maulding under center. Rolling off to the right. Maulding looking. Maulding is going to tuck and go. At the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Maulding to the goal line. Touchdown. Maulding takes it in on fourth and goal from the 15 and takes it in from 15 yards away. That is his second touchdown of the game. And this one comes with 19 seconds remaining in this third quarter. So the lefty rolling to his right was able to tuck and keep. And now the conversion coming up here. They look on the Thunder field over the track, on the other side of the track, off to our left. Jamestown Green and Thunder Black are warming up, getting ready for Tassel, which will be coming up next. Or Tussle. Conversion coming up here for Jamestown. Balding under center. And he's back, and he'll dump it into the end zone. Knocked away last minute. Nice play by Chase Conklin. Just reached out with that right hand and swatted it away. And the conversion is no good. So we'll come back out to the 35-yard line. And your score with 19 seconds left to go here in this third quarter is Jamestown 20. And the Thunder nothing. We're back with more Thunder football right here in the Highline Activity Network. Highliners, their first possession here late in this third quarter. With 19 seconds remaining. Have a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Krewald turns, gives Conklin. Conklin at the 35, and a handful of jersey again by Maulding. And Maulding grabs a handful of jerseys, slows him down, and then Smith comes in and helps finish the job. They'll give him a yard pickup to the 36-yard line, but that'll do it for the third quarter. So your score at the end of 3 quarters of play is Jamestown Black 20 and the Valley City Thunder White nothing. We're back with the fourth quarter. This is Thunder Football on the Highline Activity Network. As we get ready for the fourth quarter, 20-0 is your score. 10 minutes on the clock here as we start the fourth quarter. Jamestown and Valley City. The first of 2 Thunder games here tonight. From the 36-yard line, 2nd down and 9. Krewald gives off to Conklin. Conklin is spun down and thrown down after a gain, maybe a yard there. Again, Maulding, defense really keying in on Conklin. And I think Smith was also there defensively for Jamestown. And they have come up with some big defensive plays here. Gain of a yard out to the 37-yard line. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Valley City Thunder. As we are in early seconds of this fourth quarter, with Jamestown leading it 20-0. Hudson Krewald, the 6th grader, will bring him up to the line. From the 37. 3rd down play coming up. Movement on the line. And Krewald was just going to dump it off. It is caught by Conklin, and he gets away from Hines, gets out across the 40. Well, it's a nice play there by Conklin as Krewald just kind of threw it up to avoid the sack. Conklin was able to come down with it, get out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Picks up 4 yards. So 4th down play coming up here for Valley City, but looks like they are going to walk off the 20 yards and not punt. Again, one of the rules, there is no punting unless they want to. And if they do not, then they walk off about 20 yards. And so it'll be first down and 10 for Jamestown at their own 39-yard line with 8 minutes and 19 seconds left to go. Clock ticking here in the fourth quarter. Running clock. Jamestown leading it 20-0. Again, another game to follow here. It was scheduled for 7, but it'll be a little after 7. From the 39-yard line. First down and 10 for Jamestown. And Coach Schmidt, Coach Plague, the coaches here on Jamestown Black. So they come up to the line of scrimmage from the 39. Wide receivers on both sides of the field here for Jamestown. I formation behind Moulding. Moulding turns, and he is wrapped up and thrown down for a loss. Great penetration there right up the middle by the Thunder defensive line. Leighton Hendrickson on the tackle. As Leighton came flying through the line and got to Moulding, dropped him for a loss back to the 34. So it's second down coming up. Second and 15 from the 34-yard line for Jamestown. Inside 7 minutes to go. Clock ticking here in the fourth quarter. Playing under the lights. As the lights been on since about early second quarter. It's two receivers wide here to the near side. 6.5 minutes to go. Jamestown facing a second down and 14 from the 34. Second and 15. Handoff out the middle is Hines, and he again is stacked there by Hendrickson. Coming up and dropping him for a loss. Back to the 31-yard line. Loss of 4 more. So a third and long here for Jamestown. From the 31-yard line, third and 18. At their own 31. As we hit 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. So a third down play coming up for Jamestown Black. Again, the other team, Jamestown Green. They're warming up along with the Thunder Black over on the Thunder Field, just to the north of us here. Jamestown coming up to the line of scrimmage from the 31-yard line. Third down and 18. Two receivers to the left with that I formation. Moulding under center. Moulding turns, pitches, wide side, Hines at the 30. Hines at the 35, 40. Hines to the 45, cuts back at the 50. Still on his feet and brought down at the 45-yard line. Brought down from behind. Alexander Russell there to bring him down. Conklin and Cordy helping out, but I think it was Russell is the one that wrapped him up from behind and brought him down, but it's a gain out to the Valley City 45-yard line. 24-yard run for Hines. And it'll be first down and 10 for Jamestown at the Valley City 45-yard line. 4 minutes, 39 seconds. Clock on the move here in the fourth quarter. Glad you could be with us here tonight on the Highland Activity Network, wherever you are watching and enjoying tonight's broadcast. He's on our camera tonight. I want to thank Brian Krewab joining us in our first half tonight. From the 45-yard line, Valley City trailing Jamestown 20-0. Jamestown Black has a first down and 10 at the Thunder 45. Fix is split out wide to the far side. Edwards will come here to the near side. Exactly 4 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Check that. Hines is here to the near side now. I formation. Moulding gives off to Edwards, who's at tailback spot. Edwards gets away from one Thunder, cuts back at the 50, still on his feet on the far side, and then spun down and brought down on that far side by Gavin Wilkin. Fix got away from Edwards got away from a couple of tacklers in the backfield, but Wilkin was able to wrap him up. A loss back to the 47. Loss of 2 brings up second down and 12. 3 minutes, 25 seconds remaining We're in quarter number 4. Jamestown leading it 20-0. As the clock winds down here on this first of 2 Thunder football games here tonight from Hannah Field. I'll give both teams a little bit of warm-up time, but they have been warming up on the Thunder field off to our left, just to the north of Hannah Field. From the 47, second down and 12. Maulding under center. With that I formation, 2 receivers to the left. Turns, gives to his fullback. On the carry, Trout, who's got a touchdown tonight, takes it down to the 46. Gain of 1. So it is 3rd down and 11 from the 46-yard line. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break. We'll recap the scoring in this one and then take a quick break. And I believe we'll shut down the stream and then restart a new one for our second game tonight. I'll double check with our cameraman, make sure I'm correct on that. From the 46-yard line, 1 minute, 49 seconds to go. Jamestown in Valley City territory. Again with that I formation, 2 receivers to the left. Maulding turns and checks his backs. Now gets under center. He'll turn. Oh, almost ran right into a tackle. Stays away to the 45. Maulding cuts outside of the 40 to the 35. Back to the middle field to the 30. Maulding still on his feet. Here to the near side at the 35, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Nice piece of running by Maulding. He first looked like he was going to be in the grasp with Zane Werzer, but then kind of spun away from that, headed to the sidelines, and at about the 45 started back towards the middle of the field, and then it was a foot race, and he takes it in from 46 yards out. That is his 3rd touchdown here tonight. And now the conversion with a 10 remaining in the fourth quarter. I'll have to keep an eye on this young man as the years progress here for Jamestown. He's got touchdown runs of 34, 15, and 46. Well over 100 yards rushing. And now they'll go for the conversion with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. As they have scored 1 touchdown in each quarter. Maulding has the I formation. Receivers on both sides of the field. Maulding looking, wrapped up, down he goes. Hendrickson with the tackle there, and the conversion failed. So your score now reads with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go in this one. It is Jamestown 26 and Valley City nothing. We're back with the Thunder possession. This is Thunder football on the Highland Activity Network. So the Thunder with their possession here with 1:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. And now I think we've got a timeout taken by Jamestown. So Jamestown will take a timeout and see what they are planning on doing here. 26-0, Jamestown with the lead. They have 15 players on the roster on both teams for Jamestown. Valley City has 25 on both rosters. The 2 teams that were practicing, green and black, have wrapped up their practice and are making their way to Hannah Field. Yeah, we'll recap the scoring here and get ready for the second game of our Thunder football doubleheader tonight here from Hannah Field. At the 35-yard line, it is first down and 10 for Valley City. Krewald gives the handoff, Cordy, and Cordy is wrapped up and brought down for no gain. That was Smith on the tackle. At the 35-yard line, brings up second down and 10. Probably get time for one more play here. 50 seconds remaining. As they hustle up to the line of scrimmage. The Thunder will have the slot to the right. Split backs behind Krewald. Hudson under center. Turns, gives off. Coughlin. Coughlin up the middle at the 40. Here to the near side. Chase Coughlin to the 45-50. Coughlin to the 45-40. 35-30. 25. And brought out of bounds. A touchdown-saving tackle there by Jamestown's Trout. That nearly was the big play we've been waiting to see out of Chase Coughlin tonight. And he takes it down to the 23-yard line. 42-yard run. And then it was Trout that brought him down from behind, from the 23. 19 seconds to go, so this will be the final play, as he did get out of bounds. This will be the final play of this one. It'd be nice if the Hunt Thunder could pop one in here and get on the scoreboard. It's first down and 10 from the 23-yard line. Coughlin and Cordy split backs behind Krewald under center. From the 23. Krewald fumbles the snap, picks it up, knee touch, down he goes. They'll stop the clock. 15 seconds remaining. So a loss of the yard back to the 24-yard line. Second down and 11 from the 24. Valley City in their whites. This is Thunder white, Thunder black coming up. Yeah. From the 24-yard line. Coughlin, Cordy, behind Krewald. On a second down and 11. Krewald pitches to Coughlin. He's got Cordy blocking. Coughlin trying to bounce it to the 20. He's at the 15, to the 10, to the 5. And did he get in? No call. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. The clock will stop with 3 seconds to go. As he stepped out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. So Coughlin nearly taking it to the house going off that wide side of the field. So the Thunder will get one more play in with 3 seconds remaining. 20-yard carry for Chase Coughlin. He also had that 42-yarder earlier in this drive. So it'll be first and goal to goal here for Valley City at the Jamestown 4. Krewald brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Final play of this game, barring a defensive penalty. 3 seconds remaining. Krewald surveys the situation, gets under center. Turns, gives the Coughlin. Coughlin going back in, going off that right side, and he is in for the touchdown. Chase Coughlin takes it in from 4 yards out. And Jamestown, or Valley City, gets on the scoreboard on a 4-yard run by Chase Coughlin. He set it up himself with a 42-yard run and a 20-yard run. And now they will go for 2. 26-6 your score. Krewald bring him up to the line of scrimmage. He's under center with Coughlin and Cordy back behind him. Split backs on the conversion attempt. Krewald, they come back with a counter the other way and nothing doing. Spilling that out was Hines. Hines was able to come up with the play and tackle Aiden Metzger, and that'll do it. Your final here in this one, it is the Jamestown Black winning over Valley City Thunder White by a final of 26-6. We'll be back and recap things here in a minute. This is Thunder Football right here on the Highlander Activity Network. Back here at Hannah Field, 26-6 the final as Jamestown Black defeats Valley City Thunder White. Recapping the scoring, Trout scores for Jamestown on a 4-yard run. Hines added the 2-point conversion. And with 2 minutes remaining, that made it 8-0. Then in the second quarter, Maulding on a 34-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion failed. With 2 seconds to go in the second quarter, it was 14-0. Then in the third quarter, Maulding on a 15-yard run. 2-point conversion failed. With 19 seconds remaining, it was 20-0 Jamestown. And then Maulding did it again. His third touchdown run, this one of 46 yards. 2-point conversion failed. And with 1:10 to go in the game, it was 26-0. And on the ensuing drive, Valley City marched 65 yards. Most of that coming on the legs of Chase Coughlin, a 42-yard run and a 20-yard run. And he popped it in from 4 yards out. And that came with 3 seconds remaining, and point conversion was no good. And your final here in this first of our doubleheader, 26-6, advantage to Jamestown. So again, on our streaming at playsite.com and the Highlander Activity Network, going to shut down the stream and then reboot for our second game. It is Jamestown Green against Valley City Black. They have Thunder Black. That's coming up in just a few, so stick around. Game 2 coming up on the Highlander Activity Network.